Hello everyone, welcome back, and today we're back here to look at the new anime that's going to be showing up for next season. So, winter 2024 has just ended, now we're on to spring 2024, and I'm very excited, I'm very excited, because especially 3 of my favorite isekais have returned. So, let's go ahead and go down the line. First, we have Konosuba, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World, Season 3. You haven't watched Konosuba? I don't know what rock you've been living under. But Konosuba is a comedy isekai. It's kind of like a parody kind of thing. It makes fun of a lot of stuff, and it's just great. It follows Kazuma, our reincarnated, he's not really a hero, but reincarnated person. And he ends up being around some more, I guess, stupid characters. So there's Aqua, the goddess. There's Megumin, the archpriest. And then there is the Crusader, Darkness. And all of them have little quirks like that. Like Megumin can only fire off one blast of explosion magic before she's like she can't use any other magic at all that day. Kazuma, of course, is our kind of main character. He's kind of well-rounded compared to the rest. Aqua is very good with her, I guess, divine magic. So, like, she's good against undead and also good at party tricks. She can also revive people. So, I mean, in fights, she's good if it's undead. And then we have Darkness, our crusader, that is basically just a meat shield. And she's also a masochist because she likes getting hurt. Yeah. Kazuma Kazuma and like the gang there, they are some of my favorite characters from Isekai. And Konosuba is one of my favorite comedy animes. And if you haven't watched, there is also a movie. That was the last time we saw the whole gang together. And then there was also a spin-off where Megumin, it showed her kind of life before she met up with the gang. So, really excited for that. It will be coming out April 10th. So yeah, really looking forward to that. Now, like I say all the time, I'm not a big Demon Slayer fan, so we're going to go over that, even though Ufotable is a very goated anime studio. They do amazing work. Then we have one of my next favorites, Isekais. Reincarnated as a Slime. Or that time I got reincarnated as a slime. Season 3. Reincarnated as a slime. Pretty easy premise. A guy dies. Yeah, I think he ended up getting stabbed. He also told his friend to wipe his computer history and stuff like that. So his friend threw his computer inside a tub of water. Yeah, not the smartest. Anyways, our main character there, Rimuru Tempest. He gets reincarnated as a slime, and very early on, he gets very OP. At this point in the story that we're going there, I guess Season 3, he is already a Demon Lord, and he is basically one of the most powerful people in the world already. So if you like power anime, like power-up anime, where like they're overpowered anime characters, that's what I'm going for. Overpowered anime characters. Yeah, this probably could be one of your favorites. It looks like they're going to be fighting against, I forgot. I think the church or something like that. I think that's who those characters are in the white. But yeah, then he also has his whole region that is, I think they call the region Tempest. I can't remember. But yeah, very good. If you like overpowered anime characters, it's a good watch. And Rimuru is just a very likable character. It comes out April 5th. Alright, moving on to probably one of my most favorite isekais of recent times, at least, Jobless Reincarnation, or Mushoku Tensei. This is Season 2, Part 2. When he last left off, he was just at like the kind of like Mage's Academy thing. He was at school, learning stuff. And he ended up finding his old childhood friend, Sophie. and it looked like they were like becoming to start a relationship and everything like that. So very, very interesting. Um, I don't remember. I knew the big mana disaster happened, and like everyone in his town got teleported away. He's trying to find them. He's trying to bring them back together. So he's like finding his father, his sisters, his maid, and everyone else. And it looks like they're going to still be around the school because when I'm looking here at the supporting cast and everything like that, it's mostly people from the school. And if you don't like enjoy the character of Rudius, I mean, I can kind of understand the first season. He is not that. I can't really say much good about him, but he grows. That's the thing. That's like the whole time he's growing, and he's showing that he can do better and stuff like that, and that's just great. And the world building for Jobless Reincarnations is superb. It is some of the best I've seen. And I love the story, love the world building. The characters are growing and becoming better, and it is just a very, very, very good isekai. Yeah, it comes out April 8th. This is probably going to be one of my favorites this season. It is by far my favorite. Right next to Konosuba being a comedy isekai, this one is my favorite, like, story-driven one. And then I guess it Reincarnated as a Slime there. It's like my power fantasy kind of thing. We also have My Hero Academia Season 7, which My Hero Academia is very, very popular with a lot of people, and I do enjoy it. I am close to being caught up in the manga. I was caught up at one point, and then I stopped watching because Season 6, I had already read all the stuff that happened in Season 6, and I was like, I don't even want to finish it. So I'll start back up in Season 7 and see where I left off in the manga, I guess. But yeah, very good. It's a superpower anime. Everyone, well, basically everyone has superpowers. And they are fighting the evil villains now. Like, I forgot exactly what they're called. I've always said the Syndicate of Evil, but that's not. But yeah, they're fighting all the villains and everything like that. And Shigaraki, right? Yeah, Shigaraki had become like all powerful and stuff like that. Don't want to ruin too much on it. It's one of those I'll definitely probably be watching, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's always been somewhat good. There's been some parts that have been a little less so, but it's always been at a good level of enjoyability for me. It's gonna be coming out May 4th, so a little bit later, like a month later than most of these other ones. So you'll have to wait a little bit longer for it, but it's coming. Okay. Then we also have The Misfit of Demon King Academy, Season 2, Part 2. The Misfit of Demon Academy is one of those that I really liked the first season. The first season was very good. Second season, I started getting lost. There's a lot of different stuff happens. There's time travel stuff. There's, yeah, just a lot of stuff. At the end of season 2, Part 1, I started getting caught back up to what exactly was happening. So if you're getting kind of lost in the Part 1, I understand. I was the same way. Near the end of Part 1, it gets a little bit better. Hopefully Part 2 continues off at a high point. But yeah, pretty cool. I guess the premise of the show is that the Demon King dies and gets reincarnated back like, I forgot how many years. Is it like 1,000 years after his death or something like that? And he's going around saying, oh, yeah, I'm the Demon King. And they're like, no, you're not. And he's like, yeah, I am. I can kill you in an instant. This is another one of those power animes where, like, he does not really get any more powerful. It's just that we see more of his power as the story goes on. It's like, oh, he can do that? That's basically this whole thing. It's like, oh, if you could do that, why didn't you just end the fight in a single, like, punch or something? Still kind of interesting. I do like the characters, and I love the character designs, stuff like that. So, I mean, that's good. That's kind of like with Shoko Tensei. I also love the character designs, and Reincarnated Slime are also very good. Konosuba is one of those that you like, it lives for the comedy. But yeah, Demon King Academy, Season 2, Part 2, April 13th, a little bit later than all the rest, a week later. Okay, let's move on. Kaiju number 8 here. If you're into kaijus and stuff like that, like very, very much, you might be interested in this. I looked at the trailer. It does not seem like something I'll be interested in, even though I do like Godzilla, King Kong, all the different other kaijus. I guess Pacific Rim kaijus too. These are not, it's just humans like in suits fighting kaijus and using weapons. I mean, it could be interesting for some people. I think this is going to be a pass for me. It comes out April 13th too. Data Live 5 is coming out. I have not seen any of Data Live. I probably should, because I know a lot of people love it. It's gonna be another pass. Oh, it's a harem. I love harems. Oh. Oh, okay. Anyways, let's move on. So, Spice and Wolf. Merchant needs the wise wolf. If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure this is a retelling of the Spice and Wolf story. I watched a little bit of Spice and Wolf already, but I stopped because other stuff was coming out, and at the point I was at was kind of a low point in the story. So I will definitely be watching this just because I think it's a retelling. So then I'll finally be able to see the Spice and Wolf story and see it in like new quality, I guess, and new animation quality, even though I did love the original animation quality. This might be one of those that's kind of like Trigun. Trigun, oh, I love Trigun. But Trigun Stampede was still good. So I'm hoping this is kind of like that. It'll come out April 2nd, so this might be one of the first ones we end up watching this season. Or at least so far. And like a general view of Spice and Wolf, it's basically Hollow there is one of our main characters. She is the Wolf Girl, and she's kind of a god of harvest, and she travels around with a merchant going to different places, and that's basically the premise of the story. So yeah, interesting. I think it'll be probably pretty good. I don't know for sure if it'll live up to the original Spice and Wolf though, because like I said, I think it's a retelling. It's just gonna be a different animation, possibly a little bit different, but not much. Okay. Alright. This is Irregular at Magic High School, yes. So, the Irregular at Magic High School, Season 3. I definitely watched Season 1 of this. Season 2, I cannot remember for sure if I watched it. I'll have to look back to see if I did. I'll have to look back on my list, because I have a list of everything I've ever watched, season-wise and everything, here on my anime list. So, I'll have to check and see if I watched it. If not, I'll probably catch up with Season 2 and then get started on Season 3, because I thought Season 1 was pretty good. It was an enjoyable, but it's not really memorable in my memory. I've watched a lot of other stuff that has left a bigger impression on me, but this is alright. Yeah, I think he's just a pretty powerful person at the Magic High School. I think that's kind of the premise of this. He's irregular. He's better than all the rest, I'm guessing. But yeah, this comes out April 5th. So far, here in the very top here, there's already a lot that I'm watching. Yuri Camp Season 3. I know Yuri Camp is very, very, like, wholesome, a very good, relaxing anime. I have not watched it, but I know it's good. So, I think a lot of people are going to watch this just for the wholesome and relaxing elements of it. Plus, it's camping, okay? Yeah. The Euphonium one, I think that's going to be a pass. That one didn't really look good. That one didn't really good. Yeah, for a little while here, there's not really any that I thought looked alright. Then we get down here to another reincarnated Isekai type one. So I reincarnated as a 7th prince so I can take my time perfecting my magic ability. Synopsis. So this prince. Okay, so a sorcerer reincarnates as a prince, a 10-year-old, to continue his studies of magic and whatnot. And I think the characters look cute, and I think the art style looks kind of cute. So I think this might be interesting. Oh, this comes out April 2nd, too. Okay, so this is another earlier one. It sounds kind of interesting. From what I saw in the trailer, I think I'll like it. But it's not going to stand up to some of the bigger hitters that we have this season. But yeah. Characters look cute, so. Oh, we have a bartending anime here. Bartender Glass of the God. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be interested in this, but there might be some people that are into like drinking and whatnot and possibly bartending that might dislike this because it might be a pretty soothing anime. It might be just kind of one of those like relaxing ones. Let's see. So a bartender is said to mix the most incredible cocktails. Yeah, this sounds like it's just going to be kind of a relaxing where you hear stories about other people's lives and stuff because like bartenders are supposed to be like one of those that like people talk to and everything like that. So it might be kind of interesting. April 4th. Yeah, I didn't think Kamiwa game. No, I don't think that's gonna be that interesting. Now we're starting to get to ones that I think are going to be like there's less people are looking at these, but I think they're gonna be pretty good or funny. So, Grandma and Grandpa turn young again. Okay, this looks like an interesting premise to me. Okay, because it's this like couple, this husband and wife here, that are very like getting pretty old. I don't know what age they are, but they run an apple orchard, and they find a golden apple on a tree, and they, I guess, eat it, and they become young again. And just the premise of like this older couple that like, oh, their youth is gone, they can't really do much anymore, and then they get their youth back where they can start doing stuff. And like I think some of the jokes are that like, oh, Grandpa was actually hot and everything like that. I think that's some of the jokes were, and yeah. I think this is gonna be kind of a fun kind of one. I'm kind of excited for this one, even though there's not a lot of people that are like interested in this. I guess 21,000 people, but in the grand scheme of things, that's not much. But yeah, this comes out April 7th. I think this will be kind of enjoyable. So if it's one of those that you like want kind of more of a wholesome kind of one that I think is going to be kind of funny. Let me see what the genre of it is. Comedy, romance, supernatural. Okay, so the supernatural is them becoming young again. The romance because they're like a couple or whatnot. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting. This one here, An Archdemon's Dilemma, How to Love Your Elf Bride. This might be one that I end up dropping because it looks interesting enough. The art style looks alright. The story could possibly be pretty good. The trailer did not give very much. But yeah, a sorcerer participates in an auction selling goods of a now dead archdemon. And he's wanting to buy an item of like a lot of power, but he finds I guess inside like I guess the archdemon had an elf there, an elf slave, and he ends up spending all his money to purchase her. But yeah, I don't know. It could be interesting. I don't know enough about it to know if it's going to be good. I'm probably going to watch an episode or two to check, and we'll see how that goes. April 5th it comes out. Okay. Level 2 cheat. No, no. That's some of these gimmicks are ones that I don't even want to listen to. Okay. So we have the Duke of Death and his Maid, season 3. The Duke of Death has a very, very, like, it has a very good art style. I love the art style. It's new. It's kind of reinvigorating. I like it. It's kind of 3D-esque. It's not exactly 3D, but, or is it? I don't know. But yeah, it's one of my favorites. I love Alice, and then the main character, Bo-chan? What? That doesn't sound like his name. What was his name? I don't know. Anyways, Alice is real good. Rob is wonderful. Viola and Walter are good. Zane and Cuff are great. Like, all the characters are very enjoyable and memorable. And it's kind of, if you don't know about the Duke of Death, basically, our main character there with the black hair, anything he touches dies, so he can't touch anyone. Alice there is his maid, and she likes him, and they can't touch at all. And she likes to mess with him and stuff like that. And it's very enjoyable. It's not like a Nagatoro where she, like, does it with any, like, mean behavior or something like that. It's very kind of like, just kind of like, oh, haha, mess with you, kind of funny. But yeah, it is very good. I hate that it is not as well liked as a lot of people like it. But it comes out April 7th. So, yeah. They're trying to figure out how to break his curse, okay? And after they break his curse, then maybe Alice and him can get together. I don't know. It's one of those romances that I kind of enjoy. This one here, as a reincarnated aristocrat, I'll use my appraisal skill to rise in the world. This sounds kind of interesting to me, okay? I don't know if I'll end up watching it at all. But basically, a guy dies and reborn as a son of a noble. And he can appraise people. So he can tell their talents and skills and whatnot. And let me see. So the government is corrupt. Revolting occurs more often than not. And nobles far and wide are strengthening their fortifications in preparation for an all-out war. So basically, he's just trying to find some skilled people before all war breaks out, it sounds like. So I think the premise sounds alright. I don't know for sure if it will turn out great. The trailer did not give me very much. But there have been other times where I've seen a trailer and I'm like, oh, this doesn't look great, and I turned out to love it. Kind of like the wrong way to use healing magic, okay? Whenever I first went through the 2024 winter thing showing like, oh, what anime I'm going to like, I looked at its trailer and I'm like, it doesn't really give anything. The characters look good, but like the trailer does not give you any details at all. And it turned out to be one of my favorites that season. It was pretty good. So maybe this might turn into one of those. April 7th, yep. Yeah, now there's just a few that I think could be interesting. So, the many sides of the voice actor radio. So, some girls have like a radio show kind of thing. That could be kind of interesting. Maybe to look in at. Comes out April 10th. Then, Remonster. Okay. Remonster, I think is going to be good. Like, I think it's going to surprise people. I really think it is. This might be one of the underdog animes of the season because it only has 12,000, okay? I was sitting there saying like, oh, 20,000 is like nothing in the grand scheme of things. This has like 12,000. So, a guy is reincarnated as a goblin, like one of the weakest monsters, and he undergoes an unfortunate death. Oh, okay. So, he dies, gets reincarnated as Goblin, and he retains his memories from his previous life. Yeah. And becoming strong enough to gain status boosts from eating. So, he gains powers by eating, I guess. Okay. But yeah. I think this might be one of those that becomes a lot bigger than a lot of people are anticipating, or I hope it does. Because the premise of getting reincarnated as a monster, kind of like I'm a spider, so what? That one was pretty good in the spider aspects of the main character. The human aspects were very boring. This one, if they just mess around with the monster half, I think this could be pretty good. I'm anticipating this being very good. But yeah, this comes out April 5th. So, yeah. I don't know for sure if there's very many others that I'm interested in. The new Gate sounds like kind of... It's a life or death game, so that first thought is SAO, Sword Art Online. It did not look that great in the trailer. It was eh. I guess there's a racing anime, High Speed Etoile. I don't know how to pronounce that. Whatever. High Speed something. Ooh, okay. Here's another one that I think is probably going to be alright. And this one only has 6,500 people that are expected to watch right now. So it's basically girls on a train. That's that is the premise. So train to the end of the world. So this is not an ordinary countryside town that could be found anywhere. The residents are experiencing strange phenomenon. So she wants to see her missing friends again. So she's venturing out, taking an abandoned, motionless train, not knowing if they'll make it back alive. Oh, and what awaits them at the last stop of this running Doomsday Train. So yeah, I don't know. They just take a train and just start driving around. And like the way the Doomsday Train, I'm guessing this is not going to be like regular, like going around like the Japanese countryside or something like that. I'm guessing it's going to be more supernatural. Let me look at the genres. I don't seem to see any right here. I don't know. It seems like more of a kind of like, I don't know. I think it'll be kind of interesting. The train aspect kind of gets me interested in it because it seems a little odd. Then also, like, it's saying, like, strange phenomenon, so I'm hoping something's alright. And the trailer kind of pulled me in. So I think this might be a little bit better than what people are expecting. Comes out April 1st. April 1st? This is going to be the first one that I get to see. Okay. That might be the last one that I found interesting. Yeah. Now, I think there's a couple movies. So, there's a Code Geass new project coming out. Let's look at it. Doan No Ros? Okay. Airs in May of 2024 at some point. I watched all of Code Geass, so I mean, I might be interested to see this movie when it eventually comes out at some point. So it's something to look out for. Let's see, what else is there? Guess there's a new Gintama movie coming out. Ooh, this one looked cute. Because I think I saw this trailer, I think. Yeah, My Onlyi Girl. This one looked kind of interesting. I liked the trailer for it. So a first-year high school student struggles to make friends despite his efforts. His life takes an unexpected turn. One summer day, he meets an Oni demon girl on a quest to find her mother in the human world. Yeah, the animation quality looks great on this. Like, just looking at that thumbnail for it, or the picture, it looks great. I love the character designs. It comes out May 2024. Oh, May 24th of 2024. Yeah, I think I'm going to definitely watch that movie. It looks pretty good. Yeah, that's all the ones I saw this season, and then that I knew for sure I was going to watch, and then some that were a little more, like, obscure, I guess, that people might not be looking at. So, if you're watching this and you're like, oh, I know for sure I want to watch all these, like, top 6, 9 anime or something like that, because, like, oh, they're going to be very, very popular, There are a few that are a little less known that could be good, like Remonster. I think could be pretty good. I think the Doomsday Train one could be pretty good. Oh, also think the Grandpa and Grandma one that they become young. I think it's gonna be pretty good too. Yeah. So highlights are that Isekai is back, baby, and it's coming back with a vengeance. Okay, we got Konosuba, Reincarnated as a Slime, Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation. Uh, Also have My Hero Academia, which is coming back, which a lot of people are gonna love. And then others like Spice and Wolf getting another adaptation. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed. If you're interested in any other animes this season that I might not have talked about here, go ahead and leave a comment or something like that. Hope you enjoyed. Look forward to this season, I guess. Even if you don't like Isekai, there are other stuff that you could watch and stuff like that. Even though Isekai is the main composition of this season, I would say. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. So, bye!